I see the player, you mean.
The human?
Yes. Take care. It has reached a higher level now. It can read our thoughts.
That doesn't matter. It thinks we are a part of the game.
I like this player. It played well. It did not give up.
It is reading our thoughts as though they were words on a screen.
That is how it chooses to imagine many things, when it is deep in the dream of the game.
Words make a wonderful interface, very flexible, and less terrifying than staring at the reality behind the screen.
But what true structure did this player create in the reality behind the screen? It worked with a million others to sculpt a true world in the fold of the and created for in the blink.
It cannot read that thought.
No, it has not yet achieved the highest level. That it must achieve in the long dream of life, not the short dream of a game.
Does it know that we love it? That the universe is kind?
Sometimes, through the noise of its thoughts, it hears the universe, yes.
But there are times it is sad in the long dream. It creates worlds that have no summer, and it shivers under a black sun, and it takes its sad creation for reality.
To cure it of its sorrow would destroy it. The sorrow is a part of its own private task. We cannot interfere.
Sometimes, when they are deep in dreams, I want to tell them they are building true worlds in reality. Sometimes, I want to tell them of their importance to the universe. Sometimes, when they have not made a true connection in a while, I want to help them to speak the word they fear.
It reads our thoughts.
Sometimes I do not care. Sometimes I wish to tell them this world you take for truth is merely and I wish to tell them that they are in the they see so little of reality in their long dream.
And yet they play the game.
But it would be so easy to tell them.
Too strong for this dream to tell them how to live is to prevent them from living.
I will not tell the player how to live.
The player is growing restless.
I will tell the player a story.
But not the truth.
No. A story that contains the truth safely in a cage of words. Not the naked truth that can burn over any distance.
Give it a body again.
Yes, player.
Use its name.
The human. Player of games.
Good.
Take a breath now. Take another.
Who are we?
We are the universe. We are everything you think isn't you. You are looking at us now, through your skin and your eyes. And why does the universe touch your skin and throw light in you? To see you, player. To know you. And to be known. I shall tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a player.
The player was you, human.
Sometimes it thought itself human, on the thin crust on a spinning globe of molten rock. The ball of molten rock circled a ball of blazing gas that was 330,000 times more massive than it. They were so far apart that light took 8 minutes to cross the gap. The light was information from a star, and it can burn your skin from 150 million kilometers away. Sometimes the player dreamed it was a miner, on the surface of a world that was flat and infinite. The sun was a square of white. The days were short, there was much to do, and death was a temporary inconvenience.
Sometimes the player dreamed it was lost in a story.
Sometimes the player dreamed it was other things, in other places. Sometimes those dreams were disturbing. Sometimes very beautiful indeed. Sometimes the player woke from one dream into another, then woke from that into a third.
Sometimes the player dreamed it watched words on a screen.
Let's go back. The 7 billion atoms of the player's body were created long before this game, in the heart of a star. So the player too is information from a star, and the player moves through a story which is a forest of information on an infinite world that exists inside a small private world created by the player, who inhabits a universe created by...
Shush! Sometimes the player created a small, private world that was soft and warm and simple, sometimes hard and cold and complicated. Sometimes it built a model of the universe in its head, flecks of energy moving through vast, empty spaces.
Sometimes it called them planets and stars. Sometimes it believed it was in a universe that was made of energy, that was made of offs and ons, zeros and ones, lines of code. Sometimes it believed it was playing a game. Sometimes it believed it was reading words on a screen. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the sunlight that came through the shuffling leaves of the summer trees.
And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the light that fell from the crisp night sky of winter, where a fleck of light in the corner of a player's eye might be a star, 1,000,000 times as massive as the sun, boiling its planets to plasma in order to be visible for a moment to the player. Walking home at the far side of the universe, suddenly smelling food, as though at the familiar door, about to dream again.
And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken through it through the zeros and ones, through the electricity of the world, through the scrolling words of a screen at the end of a dream.
And the universe said, "I love you."
And the universe said you had played the game well.
And the universe said, "Everything you need is within you."
And the universe said you are stronger than you know.
And the universe said, "You are the daylight."
And the universe said you are the night.
And the universe said, "The darkness you fight is within you."
And the universe said the light you seek is within you.
And the universe said, "You are not alone."
And the universe said you are not separate from every other thing.
And the universe said, "You are the universe," tasting itself, talking to itself, reading its own code.
And the universe said, "I love you because you are love."
And the game was over, and the player woke up from the dream, and the player began a new dream. And the player dreamed again, dreamed better, and the player was the universe, and the player was love.
You are the player.
Wake up.